Hi, welcome to the deep dive. So today we're kind of pulling back the curtain a bit. We're not looking at the final blockbuster, but at the absolutely essential gear that makes it happen.
Yeah, that's right. We're getting into the weeds with the technical specs for one specific piece of kit.
We have the source material here for the Datavideo TLM-170KM. It's a 17.3-inch 4K production monitor.
And our mission really is to unpack what makes this thing so critical in, say, a super cramped control room or a production truck where every single inch matters.
Okay, so let's start with the most obvious thing, the screen. You have to be able to trust what you see.
Absolutely. We're talking a 17.3-inch TFT LCD panel, but the key number here is the resolution, UHD 4K.
So that's 3840 by 2160, 8 million pixels.
8 million. And that's the difference between catching a tiny focus miss live and having to do a six-figure reshoot later. It's your insurance policy.
Right, and for the whole team huddled around it.
You've got these super wide viewing angles, 178 degrees. It means the director, the engineer, everyone sees the exact same accurate image. No arguments.
So if it's that important, why not just hook up a giant reference monitor? Why cram it all into this little rack unit?
It's all about real estate. That's the whole game.
Okay.
This thing comes with a 1RU pull-out tray. For anyone who hasn't been in a production truck, 1RU is tiny. It's just 1 3/4 inches of vertical space.
That's nothing.
Exactly. Saving that space means you can fit another piece of critical gear. It's all about efficiency.
So we've got this amazing screen and a tiny footprint. How do we get these massive 4K signals into it?
Well, you need some serious plumbing for that. We're looking at one 12G SDI input and two HDMI 2.0 inputs. But, the real magic is the outputs.
The loop-throughs.
The loop-throughs, yeah. A 12G SDI out and an HDMI 2.0 out. So you can feed the signal into the monitor and then pass it right along to the next device without splitters.
And I see something here that just screams workflow saver. Cross conversion. That's a huge deal, right?
Okay. Oh, it's a massive deal. It means you can take, say, an SDI signal coming in and send it out over the HDMI port.
So you're removing, what, like 3 extra little boxes from your signal chain?
You absolutely are. You're getting rid of external converters, which means less cable mess, fewer points of failure, and honestly, less power draw. It just cleans everything up.
And for the live director, you have to know what's on air. I see a tally input here.
A dedicated 3.5 millimeter input. It controls that big dual-color LED light on the front. Red for live, green for cued. Can't miss it.
Plus audio, speakers, and a headphone jack. Because audio is usually the first thing to go wrong.
But the real power, I think, is right there in the name, ScopeView.
Right. It's not just a display.
It's an analysis hub.
Yeah.
In these high-pressure jobs, you can't just trust your eyes. You need cold, hard, objective data.
So we're talking about tools like Waveform, vectorscope, false color, histogram, things that look past the aesthetics of the image.
Exactly. Think of it this way. The waveform shows your brightness levels, making sure your whites aren't clipped. But false color gives you this instant visual map of your exposure. It's a technical shortcut that lets you verify everything in like a fraction of a second.
And it need that access be instant. You can't be digging through menus.
Which is why you have those F1 through F4 shortcut keys right on the front. You can just program them to pull up, say, false color or pixel zoom for a focus check instantly.
And this all works across different formats.
It does. It handles everything from DCI 4K to UHD 4K, all the way up to 60 frames per second on both SDI and HDMI. It's built for today's high bandwidth world.
So if you boil it all down, what are we really looking at here with the TLM-170KM?
You're looking at a single source of truth for your entire video stream. It's a very dense, very powerful piece of infrastructure, all in a tiny package.
It makes you think, though. It
Right.
really forces you to consider the complexity of just getting a good picture these days.
Right. A tool like false color used to be a very specialized thing. Now, it's pretty much a basic requirement just to make sure you're capturing all the data in these high dynamic range formats.
Something to think about the next time you're watching that incredibly sharp 4K movie. You have to wonder, is your screen or even the device you're watching it on technically capable of showing you the full picture that was captured?